Me looking at it now, it's over. Deontay Wilder has I just tried to bring my character down with the bullshit he said. So if I was like the rest of the world, I'd probably sue him for defamation of character for about 100 million. Yeah. So he'll never get a shot at me now. Finished.
Hi, this is Joe Cortez. You're watching ShowBizz, The Adult.
Oh, this is Bernard Hopkins, ShowBizz, The Adult. I'm out.
Oops, up off net. Oh my God. Up off net. What's up, my people? This is ShowBizz, The Adult. All right, man, look. So, Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. He responds to Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder's accusations. Whoops! All right, man. Look. First, I want to say this. I got my boot, and in this boot isn't the black two sugars. Actually, it's eggnog. I know my day ones know that around this time of year, I love some eggnog, okay? Christmas in the cup, okay? So, boot eggnog. Oh, my God. Delicious. Okay, Tyson the Gypsy King Fury, the interview that just came out now.
To come out with the amount of BS that he's come out with over the last 8 months, and he's conveniently waited until the contract's expired before he's even opened his mouth for the last 8 months.
Tyson Gypsy King Fury, he said many things about Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, and I was extremely interested. But what he said that was extremely interesting is this. He said that Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, he lost his shot. He would never get a chance to take on Tyson Gypsy King Fury again, okay? It's so funny. Perfect timing. My last video, I spoke on Tyson Gypsy King Fury, and I criticized him. I said, well, Fury, you should have some empathy. You guys remember that? A lot of you guys were in the comments responding to that remark I made, okay, controversial statement I made. And I thought, it was my position that Tyson Gypsy King Fury should have some empathy. I mean, he hit rock bottom before, and it was the fights with Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder that allowed him to be on top of the world, as he is now, okay? Forbes got him #1, most paid boxing or combat athlete, right? He was ranked #1. He, the #1 heavyweight in the world. He's the champion, lineal champion, all those things. He's in a great position now, and it's thanks to the fights with Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder here in the States. So I thought Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, he did what he had to do with Tyson Gypsy King Fury, getting the Tyson Gypsy King Fury out of obscurity. So I thought he should be empathetic with integrity and say, hey, look, I'm going to definitely make sure that you get this third fight. Tyson Gypsy King Fury, what he said was this. After the accusations and all the things that you did, I mean, defamation of character, I can sue you. But instead of suing you, all right, which I can for $100 million, dollars and all those things. I'm not going to do that. I'm not that type of guy. I'm not going to do that. But I tell you this, you'll never fight me again. If I had the Tyson bell, I would ring it right now, okay? I'm going to take back my criticism of Tyson Gypsy King Fury because of that. I get it. I was thinking, after I heard Tyson Fury say that, I can sue you for everything you got. I can sue you for $100 million, for millions of dollars, okay? Hundreds of millions. That right there would devastate. It would hurt Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, but hurt his family as well. It could do all those things. And Tyson Fury said, I'm just not that type of guy, okay? And that's just being a fighter. And that's just being someone who understands those things. I wouldn't want a big lawsuit against me to strong with it. Though the defamation of character can really hurt me, it hasn't. So I'm not going to act like it has. But how you attacked me with those words and claiming that I cheated you. And I mean, that's the lowest of the low. Even the interviewer said, that's the lowest of the low. When you put metal in your gloves and try to kill somebody, that's the lowest of the low, especially as a combat sports athlete and competitor, okay, a fighter. You wouldn't want to do those things. You wouldn't want those things done against you. If you claiming that I'm doing those things, then, hey, look, man, you'll never fight me again. You'll never fight me. You'll never get the opportunity again. I get that. And the funny thing is, like I've been saying time and time again, I mean, all of this is starting to bubble to the surface now. This is the truth. Now, what I've been saying is starting to kind of, come true a bit. Look, when I said Deontay Wilder didn't just throw Tyson Fury under the bus, he threw under the bus the WBC, threw under the Nevada State Commission. Everybody is going to kind of respond like Tyson Gypsy King Fury did. Fury couldn't have cheated alone. He needed the help of all those bodies, the sanctioning body, the state commission, the referee, stuff like that. People are going to be taking that as personal attacks. They know what they've done. They know that they played everything by the book and no one cheated, okay? And I'm going to speak with the Deontay Wilder fans in a minute, okay? I know I got a lot of Wilder fans that are subscribers to this channel, love what I do, and I'm happy that you're here. Jumping in the war room, everybody's probably in the war room now, okay? But the WBC said that they approved the undisputed bout with Anthony A.J. Joshua and Tyson Gypsy King Fury. Everybody's moving on. Deontay Wilder fans, I want to ask you, let's just play devil's advocate for a minute. I mean, from your perspective. What if Tyson Gypsy King Fury? What if the WBC? What if the Nevada State Boxing Commission? What if Mark Breland? What if Kenny Bayless? What if all these different parties? What if they were all on the up and up? What if no one grabbed metal weights? What if no one took the cushion out of the gloves and grabbed metal weights and put them in there, and everybody was, secretly saying, hey, yeah, let's try to kill Deontay Wilder? What if that's not true? What if people didn't do that? What if everyone's on the up and up? Then Deontay Wilder, he's kind of sounding crazy.
I think he's lost his marbles. He first of all, it was the suit. Then it was a bicep injury. Then his trainer was on our team. Then the referee was against him. Then I've had weights in my gloves. Now someone spiked his water.
Everybody would be in their right to, take legal actions against Deontay Wilder. And if it's true, Deontay Wilder should take legal actions against everyone. Tyson Fury, he said that he thought Deontay Wilder was mad. He said that he thought he lost his mind. I don't think so. I think Deontay Wilder has every bit of his mind intact. I don't think he lost his mind. And I know a lot of people are saying that.
Y'all tried the same method the second time, but this time you scratched flesh out of my ears, which caused my ears to bleed.
Fury said that he can't take a loss. This guy had been undefeated for 12, 13 odd years or whatever. He had 10 title defenses, WBC title defenses, all those things, as champion, breaking records and all those things. And all those things came to a crashing halt. Deontay Wilder lost his mind. He doesn't know how to take a loss. I think he doesn't know how to take a loss, of course, okay? But I don't think that's just it. I don't think he lost his mind. I think he was trying to find a clever way to make sure he lands that third fight eventually. And I'm going to talk about why I said eventually. But land that third fight and get everyone excited in the process. Get everyone. A controversial statement. I told you guys, bad breath is better than not breathing at all, right? Maybe let's give this event some bad breath. Everybody will want to clamor around and see it. The reverse happened, okay? There's real, true, loyal Deontay Wilder fans, and I commend you. Absolutely have his back. But other than those Wilder fans, everyone else just kind of like, ugh. They feel, this just made everybody feel in a negative way about the former WBC champion, okay? Reigning champion. It made them feel like, okay, this guy, I'm not really supporting this guy or getting behind this guy. Another thing, Tyson Fury, and coming from the point of a competitor, okay? I told you guys this before. Another thing that's kind of like coming to light. When you heard Teofimo Lopez try to lift Deontay Wilder's skirt, he said, man, stop acting like a B word. Call him the B word. That's what you're acting like. Man up.
And just stop talking about a dent in your head and stuff like that. It happens. It's boxing. Move on. You're a grown man. Stop being a...
Right? If you're a competitor and you're Tyson Fury, you look at those excuses and let's say that he is innocent. He didn't do any of those things. If you're coming from that perspective, you look at a guy saying, oh, you cheated and saying all these things, you're going to not respect him anymore as a competitor. You're going to say, okay, I'm done with him. Okay, the respect that I had for him as a competitor, that's gone now. Now it's time for me to take on some warriors. Usyk, he looks like a warrior to me. And Anthony AJ Joshua seemed like a warrior to me. There's warriors coming up. All these guys. Andy Ruiz seemed like a warrior to me. If you must be thinking that if you're Tyson Fury. I'm thinking about other heavyweight bouts and other big fights that I can possibly have outside of Deontay Wilder. Now, what Deontay Wilder would have to do, as I reach for my eggnog, boom! What Deontay Wilder would have to do is get another fight. The thing is, he's getting a little long in the tooth. I know Tyson Fury said that he agreed to all the dates, and what, did they decline him? He said that the contract expired. That seems to be an understanding from Team Fury. It seems to be cloudy when it comes to Wilder. How did the contract expire, right? There was no contract expiration date. So that, I guess it depends on who you're a fan of to see, what side of the line you're going to be on. But Fury said he agreed to all the dates. Obviously, Deontay Wilder doesn't want to fight. Okay, I'm not sure about that. I don't know which one. I'm not saying that, it's one or the other. I'm just not certain. I need to speak to some people. Maybe I could talk to some people who know better, all right? But with that said, if Deontay Wilder still wants to fight, he needs to get some fights in. Okay, he needs to get some knockouts. Go back to the Wilder that we know. Knock some guys out, get people talking again. Deontay Wilder, he's getting a little long in the tooth. Hey, Google, how old is Deontay Wilder?
35 years old.
He's 35 years old. Man, if Fury is claiming that you'll never get a fight with me again, and Fury's going to fight AJ twice, you see where this is going. He's going to fight AJ twice in 2021. So that means 2022, and I know Eddie Hearn said those exact words. Deontay Wilder's not going to be able to fight Tyson Fury or you fight for the belt until 2022. Seems like that's going to be the case if Fury's not giving him another shot. And really, like I said before, I can't criticize Fury now because, Deontay Wilder said that he's a cheat and he tried to kill me and all. It's kind of hard now to say, hey, Fury, you should give him another I understand where Fury's coming from now. So he's not going to have another shot at Fury. He's not going to have another shot at the title until we see who comes out of when the smoke clears between Fury and AJ. And that's not until 2022. So what can Wilder do by 2022? If he's 35 now, he'll be 37, right? 36, 37, late 36, 36. Oh my God. Deontay Wilder, I'm not sure what the future holds, but he doesn't necessarily have to hold a strap to earn money. There's still money to make. I think Deontay Wilder should go ahead and fight, I don't know, a Dubois, the winner between Dubois and Joe Joyce. Take a fight with Andy Ruiz. He's there, isn't it? To have a fight with Andy Ruiz, that fight seems to be an easy fight to make. Have a fight with Michael Hunter. There's guys to fight. Have a fight with Usyk. Usyk going to be waiting in the wing. That undisputed bout with Fury and AJ. Well, the WBO, that's still a mandatory. Usyk is still the mandatory for that. They will have to pay Usyk step aside money. And while Usyk is stepping aside, he might as well step right into Wilder in his right hand. So, Wilder still got a lot of money to make. There's still big, great bouts to make. And he can kind of create that interest again, kind of build that interest again to a roaring flame for another shot at the title. One thing that we can say as we criticize Deontay Wilder for taking on King Kong Ortiz, which I don't, but what we can say is, no matter how old you say Ortiz is or was, Ortiz still had 2 shots at the WBC crown. Meaning, Deontay Wilder, he has at least until the age of Ortiz to have a shot at the title. ShowBizz, well, don't let me know how you feel in the comments below. I get where Tyson Fury is coming from. It's sad. It's what a dramatic. It seems to be some sort of tail end of Wilder's career right now. Like I said, getting long in the tooth is such a dramatic moment, but I don't think it's permanent. I think Deontay Wilder, he has he only lost once. Okay, he had a draw. Okay, against the same guy. Other guys, they were humping the canvas. Deontay Wilder's still a bad boy. So I think this is a dark spot for Wilder, but he'll be fine if he just brush this off, get up, get back training and sparring and look the best he's ever looked. Jump in the ring against Andy Ruiz. I'm out.